Hey everybody, hope y'all doing alright. So it's like, man, this is why I really do just kind of want to move on from my former life and shit because the more I analyze shit, like the more, like I'm not trying to paint you guys out to be the bad guys. Like I'm really not. I don't, like the victim mentality thing, like I'm not about that at all, but at the same time, there is shit that's happened in my life to where it's like, no matter how I look at it, it's like, damn, y'all's really fucked up. And I know I haven't been the best, but and the thing about me is I'm not the type of dude to take advantage of people. I don't look at other people like pawns. I look at I've always liked that about myself. I mean, it's just me. I like to be self sufficient. I like to just get shit done on my own. I don't like relying on other people at all. Anyway, let me just get into a memory with Joshua. We were here in Oregon because this is pertaining to the suicide thing. It's something I completely forgot. But it's, another thing with him, dude, is like there's multiple times throughout our walk where he would like abandon my ass. Like when we were in Oregon, there was a time when he went off with a dude and went to go live with it or drive. He went on a drive with this guy he had just met, and come to find out they were actually about to just keep on driving and just leave me. And it's like, okay, I mean, like technically, if he could do whatever he wanted, but at that point, like we was walking together, like we were doing our thing together, and it's like I didn't realize it, but he was really just about to fucking completely just leave. And I mean, people that really care about each other, like they don't just do that, and that was a red flag. But anyway, that happened, and then during that same duration, that same adventure we were on, fucking, he was dealing with suicidal tendencies, and he would bring that up a lot. And there was a time when we got into some type of argument, and it was over like him. He would do this thing where he would want me to speak on things, and sometimes I wouldn't feel like doing it. And this one particular time, he got upset about it, and he stormed off we walked different directions. And I had known he was under like a potentiality. He was talking about killing himself, and I was like, "Fuck, dude! I know he's hurting and shit like that." But we had a disagreement, and I didn't want to talk about what he wanted me to talk about. And I forget exactly what it was, but it was something along those lines. And I walked one way, and he walked the other way. But I had known that he talked about potentially doing something to himself. So I'm sitting here, worrying about that thought in my head. And even though I was pissed off and I wanted space from him, but for a while I walked the other way, and then finally I was like, you know what, he might hurt himself, so I fucking turned around and I tried to catch his ass. I tried to fucking walk and try to figure it out, talk with him about shit, and I ended up not being able to find him because I don't know where he fucking went, but I went a good ways. I went past where we were walking, I think, and I still couldn't find his ass. And I walked until I was like, you know what? I gave it a shot, try to make shit fucking right. If he had felt the same way, he would have done the same thing and try to fucking come back my direction. But he didn't. Otherwise, we would have met. So after a while, I just said, you know what, man? I'm gonna just go back to camp. I hope he doesn't do anything. I tried to fucking come back and help him out, and he wasn't there. What ended up happening is later that day, I think he ended up just coming back to camp, and he actually apologized to me, if I remember correct, or maybe not apologized, but he said that since I had chosen to come back and help him, that I was in the right. And that's also why I didn't feel bad about anything, because I did do the loving thing in that moment. I didn't just not give a fuck. I decided to give a fuck about him. And even though we had had a fight and disagreement, I still turned the cheek and went to love and went to go and help. I hope he sees this because I forgot about this. And this is why what he did to me when I sent him that text talking about suicidal, and all he did was send me back shrooms. It's like right then and there, you just did what you condemned. So it's two-faced, man. And I hate saying it like this because I was his big number one fan for the longest fucking time. I was at the point where the longest time I was willing to do all this work just to give it to him. I was truly willing to do that at a time. Not anymore. And the only reason not now is because I've seen that his head isn't in the right space, or his heart isn't in the right space to do what needs to be done. Otherwise, I would, because I have no desire to have the power. I don't like the power. It corrupts. It's toxic. It fucks with your ego. Like, I just don't, it gets in the way of the love. I don't like it. So I was totally cool giving it to him, especially because I was still under the pretense that he could be that thing. So anyways, I just brought this up so that he can hopefully see that you condemned me for the things that and then it's like, you condemn me for those. Like, if I hadn't have done that, he was like, he was saying because I did choose to care that everything was Gucci, but me not caring, that was fucked up. That was a real hard